I'd love for you to talk about how you found these actors who are mostly, non-actors, who, when you're watching them, as an actor myself, I think you can't teach that. The purity is something that comes from people who aren't trained. They're just being so raw and truthful. So why don't you tell us about Finding Prince Adieu first?
Finding Prince was one of those things that all, I think, independent filmmakers dream of, that find. And he was actually, when we were doing research in the wholesale district, for the first month or so, people kept on saying, find Prince Adieu. He'll want to talk to you, and he'll give you the information you need. Because everybody thought that we were either NYPD or annoying student filmmakers. They didn't know that we were setting out to do a feature. And finally, when we gained the trust of the neighborhood, they said, Prince is your man, just find him. Mm-hmm. One day we actually did find him. He was working security, which is a legitimate job outside one of these shops, and within 30 seconds, he said, if you put me, I've heard about you guys. If you put me in your film and make me the lead, I will help you find actors, I'll help you find locations, and I'll help you write your story. And
jackpot.
Yeah, and Victoria Tate, who plays the character of Nadia in the film, we were doing research together, and as we walked away from that moment, we looked at each other and we said, I think we just found our lead. So, and from that point on, Prince was not only gave us an amazing performance, but he really was instrumental in the way that the film was made. Because once we developed this idea, the idea of the baby being dropped, he helped us with the subplots and the dialogue, and he actually helped us find Aiden Noisy, who is the little child.
The baby.
And his mother is played by his actual mother.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. So it was a double whammy. A lot of happy accidents on this film, and it was just because I believe we went in there saying we want to collaborate. Mm-hmm. We're not going to impose this script. We want everybody to come together and give a little bit of you.
Right.
And so it was a very collaborative process on all parts. And Darren Dean, who was the co-writer on the film, I brought him in to help me flesh this out on paper, and he came up with amazing comedic scenes. And so altogether, it was like a really happy family and team of filmmakers.
How much of it was improvised, and how much did you have as a script going forward with it?
We did write out scenes, and we had dialogue included in those scenes. But the way that we approached it was that we told our actors, if you'd like, you can chuck this dialogue out the window. We're not married to it.
Right.
There are maybe a few lines here and there that are needed for exposition
to move the plot
and for
along,
dramatic purposes.
Right.
But besides those few lines, feel free to put it in your own words. And everybody did, by the way.
Well, yeah. Well, it just sounds like it's just so authentic in the moment. Yeah. Sometimes they were just like, my character would never say this. I'll give you what you want. I found a team, and because I think that the team was so small, the group of filmmakers, it was such an intimate crowd that the non-professionals felt comfortable opening themselves up and experimenting. Well, and certainly they felt respected because, they're bringing the authenticity to this story, right? These aren't actors cast in LA and brought to New York and to portray it. These are, there's some truth in their own lives that they brought.
It's more than truth. It's just, it hits deeper than the truth. For me, it did.
Thank you. Our intention with this film and with my previous film was to really find the truth in moments, and I feel like you obviously, I think we have the same sensibility, where obviously you were going for that in Precious, and it's, and I'm glad.
Yeah, but you did yours for $2, literally. I had a couple. You had wow.